right, this coming from the New York Post. Meet the agitators, all right? New York City migrant standoff backed by these lefties and others, okay? Have you seen this, Greg? Or Chris, even?
No, I'm getting agitated already, though.
We're talking about the hotel in New York City that we've actually discussed with the migrants had taken over this hotel. You've heard about this? It's the Watson Hotel in New York?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what happened was a few days back or whenever it was, they started to get rid of the people in the hotel. Mm-hmm. But there were some 50 single males who refused to leave the hotel. Migrants.
That's right. I remember this. Yes.
We haven't really talked about it.
They were cooking their own beans, right?
Yeah. It was a shithole. Remember, they were like messing everything up, and it was a garbage all over the place. But everybody left except for these 50 people who said, we're not leaving. We're not relocating to Brooklyn, which is apparently where they were trying to put them at. But now they're saying, and what's his name? The mayor, Adams, is saying that, well, this is just because there's some agitators who are actually dropping leaflets, like little anti-cop, anti-government leaflets to these migrants. And
it's like original propaganda back in the World War days. You know?
Yeah. So there's a group, the Rebel Alliance, who this sounds like some, basement fucking dwelling group of people, but the Rebel Alliance, they're there. And then there's some other, and they're from like California, like, right? Of course, like California's going to fly in some activists and try to like stir up a bunch of shit. So Mayor Adams blasted the activists as agitators that just really, I think, are doing a disservice to the migrants and doing a disservice to the children and families who are moving to hotels. Like, here's the deal. They've spent lots of money on getting these hotels for these migrants.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And we've seen pictures of the trash and the garbage. They don't give a shit about these places at all. So now they're moving them somewhere else, and they're not going. What do you do? What do you do in this situation? Like, a lot of people are saying, you know what? If you're going to be in this country and you're gonna have a standoff in the hotel, right back to Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, that's my whole point is what are they doing there in the first place? Why did you let these people in if you're not willing to... I mean, they're not going to compromise, it seems like, at this point. They're going to just kind of do whatever they want to do. And wasn't that expected? And why didn't you expect them to kind of push back when you tell them to do things? They're not going to just bend over.
Yeah. Well, and also, if you're going to say that these migrants are so influenced by these two people, like these two activists, if they're that influenced by these two activists, I don't really know if I want them in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't make up your mind, you have two people you've never met in your entire life who are sending little pamphlets to you, and one of the pamphlets actually illustrates, this is what it is quoted saying. It shows a cop in riot gear clubbing someone on the ground, and it has the caption, protecting and serving you until you break your head.
Well,
that's like a second-grade education, first of all.
Isn't that how most politicians win over voters, is they send out little stupid pamphlets, and they go, Joe Kent is a CIA agent. Joe Kent lied. He's a Democrat voter. Vote for Heidi St. John. You know what I mean? And then they just sway people like that.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know how to handle these situations. This is it's a messy situation, and I think it shows that the migration issue that we have in this country is broken and problematic. And I respect the fact that Adams decided, even though it's costing taxpayers probably a lot of money, he's putting them in hotels. He's trying to get them situated so that they can be moved to wherever they need to be moved or housed properly.
Yeah.
I get that. But if you as the mayor are trying to go, okay, this time is up at the Watson Hotel. Okay, they want the hotel back. We need to relocate them or get them in housing or whatever the situation, and they're not doing it, I'm sorry. But if you aren't going to follow the law in this country, then you don't deserve to be in this country. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming over here and you're not a citizen and you're breaking the law, I don't understand why we're playing games around this. Like, just put them on a bus or put them on a plane.
On a boat.
Fly them right back to Mexico.
On a boat, bitch.
Like,
on a boat.
Yeah. Boats and hoes, man. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, can we not agree on that at all?
Yeah, I mean, what did you expect? You come here and they put you up in this hotel. Did you really expect that was going to be forever? That you're just going to be in this hotel now? No. So,
well, and what are they here for? Are they really families kind of escaping this impoverished nation or this war-torn nation?
No,
or are they young men looking for a rise?
Yeah, I bet they're not. I bet they're a bunch of fucking people just put up in this hotel and they're just... I don't know. What do you expect, honestly?
There was an article that just came out that said, don't blame the migrants. They were lied to by the Biden administration. There is something to be said about that. I think a lot of people are in bad situations. I'll acknowledge that. And coming to this country, I want immigrants in this country. Like, that's how this country was built. But you want people that are going to come here and stand on their own feet and work hard and contribute to society. What you don't want is a bunch of hotel dwellers who are just trying to get a free ride. And I'm not saying they all are, but at the same time, you would think if you made it to this country and you were put up in a hotel in New York, and you knew that I am now in the United States, bro, I have the opportunity to become a citizen and to have that better life I wanted. Why are you going to go against the police and against the mayor who helped you get in the hotel and just be like, well, I'm not fucking going? If you are like that, then you don't deserve to be here. My opinion.
Yeah. Well, and I would argue they were like that the whole time, Dave.
No, it very well could be. But that's why
you were
you
just taking advantage of Mayor Adams the whole time.
You know what? You're probably dead on. But there are good people in there, I'm sure, right? And you notice a lot of people did leave, and they were doing what they were told to do. This is where you need to go. And you know what? Some people are like, they should be able to go. No, you are coming in here. We're trying to figure out what to do, how to do this process. And unfortunately for them, they need to follow some order until it all clears up and you can be on your own and do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? But until that's done, I'm sorry. That's the way of the world right now.
Yeah, you flooded your way into this country. You don't just get to roam around like...
No. Yeah, you don't just get a card when you cross the border that says you are now a citizen. That's not how it works. And you also don't just get to do whatever. So listen, I'm over this shit.
Yeah.
I think the good thing about this is the mayor and all these other people are starting to realize that this is not as easy as we thought, and maybe Texas and Nevada and all that stuff are having a lot of problems with this. Hopefully they start coming around to the fact that we saw Adams go to the border and he did recognize this is an issue. So hopefully this is the kind of the final straw. I doubt it because there's a bunch of lefties, but I think this might be the final straw. I hope it is.
Well, and you know what? It just creates a further problem for the homeless situation. It's like, can't we just solve our current homeless situation? Because you're kicking these migrants out and you're creating more homeless.
Dude, you know what? I don't want to keep going on that, but you're 100% right, Greg. And my question as a citizen who pays taxes in this country, why did you not offer the homeless the same opportunity in a fucking hotel?
Yeah.
Or in the first place, prioritize them.
That's what I'm saying. No, so it's a messy situation, but I hope that some of this is proving the point of, hey, not all people are good people. Not all people are going to listen, and they don't deserve to be American citizens. But the rest of them do. And the ones that follow order and follow the rule, they deserve it 100%.